Okay, so good morning, good evening, and welcome back in today's class. Today we are going to be start a new chapter, new topic in service now that is called the table. Okay, till now what we learn in service now are mainly on the user perspective, fulfiller perspective. That how to use service now, what are the button, what are the option, what is list, what is form, sorry, what is list, what is this field, plus what is navigation, what is user, what is group, and what is role, etc. Now we are going to be see that when I said to you, please create a user, where that user will be created. If I say, okay, save my contact number in your mobile phone, where that number will be saved, there should be some, if I go in the technical term, there should be some database in the background which store all the information for me. And when we talk about the database, we specifically talk about a term called the table. Table is a combination of row and column. We have some columns, and on the columns we will update our rows. So that is a work which we are going to be do in this particular class. Okay, this thing is required from the development perspective mainly, but we will discuss because we know that tomorrow when I will tell you guys go and create a table for your name, a table for your application, a table for your exercise, then you should know that what I'm talking here. So now I can say that in ServiceNow, if you are saving any record in ServiceNow, if we are creating any record in the background, it will be saved in the form of a table. It means it has some row, it has some column. Let's go and check here. And I click on the open incident. So now when I say that if this view has been opened, this is my list view. So these are the columns and these are the rows. Number, open, short description, color this, priority this, state this, category this. Now we will see from where coming, how ServiceNow created this column. Means today's session will give you a understanding that how your incident module actually come into the picture, how your user account come into the picture. So let me start here and then we'll take to the ServiceNow part. So we are going to discuss about the table. Let me. Okay. Table. So in ServiceNow, when I say table, yes,
Hi,
any question? Yes,
excuse me.
any question?
Are,
Sure,
are you
sure.
sharing your screen right now? Because I can't see it. Like,
Yes, I'm sharing my screen.
I don't see it. Do I have to?
Let me stop sharing and sharing it again.
Okay. No.
Can you see now?
No, I can't. Let me end the call and then join back. Maybe.
Okay, sure. No problem. You can. Okay. So now when we say it's table, we are talking about row and column, right? Column means a attribute, which we discussed yesterday as well. Like my name, my first name, my last name, my middle name, my address, my qualification, my salary, my company, my family, my husband, my wife, my kid, my property, my car, everything is my attribute. My nature, my color, my behavior, even though those are my attributes. And according to attributes, you recognize someone. If I say that, wow, she is so pretty. What do you understand by that line? It means I'm talking about a female. I'm talking about a lady. But you cannot understand, you cannot see by this line, or you cannot articulate that what age I am talking in this. If I say this thing, she's so pretty in the age of 50 as well. Now you came to know that Atul is talking about a lady who is pretty and her age is near about 50 years. So now age is that 50 is my one of attribute. She is very, he is very cute boy. And he is 2 years old now. I'm talking about a gender as a male and age as a 2 year as of now. Okay, so we will see that how this attribute actually work. But the fundamental which applicable here is that in ServiceNow we have a two type of tables. One is called the core and one is called the base. Okay, but when I say core and when I say base, it is difficult to differentiate on these two terms. Even though I read a lot of things on the net as well. Someone say core and base both are same. Someone say no, core and base both are different. Okay, now I'll give you that before I show that what is the meaning of this. Let me give you example. In my phone, if I am having a let's say example, if I want to build a new application and that is an Android based, will I create or will I develop my own Android, or will I use the Android given by my company in my mobile phone? Definitely I will be using the Android given by my company in my mobile phone. So that become a core for me, that become a base for me, and I utilize few of the files from that Android and build my application. And I build my application, build my product on the top of that. It means if I'm using a table, so let's take another example. Let me go here to be a little more interactive. Let's take example. If you are getting any property from your parents, that is a base for you. Like I tell you the example, definitely people who are from India, they hear this story from their grandparents, and people who are from out of India. In 1947, when India and Pakistan has been divided, our grandparents come from Pakistan and settled in India. I hear a lot of stories from my grandmother, and she told that when we came to India, we have nothing in our hand. We left each and everything in Pakistan itself. I'm sure people, specifically people who are from the North India, I can say, they have this bitter truth from their grandparents. So now what they say, that we build our own property, we do our hard work, and we build our property now in the India, and we are handing over that property to your parents. And my father gave that property to me. I will give that property to my kid. Maybe my kid says, sorry, dad, I'm so independent now. I will make my own property. I don't want to take your property now. So it means that if I am getting something from my father, it means I am getting a base from my father here. And on the top of his property, which he is giving to me, I can build a new property as well on the top of that. Maybe I can say to my father, sorry, dad, you already put a lot of things on me. You make me capable that I can earn a good amount. And now I'm earning. I'll make my own house. I'll not take your house. I'll make my own house. It means I am differentiating this base and the core. So for us, don't be confused that core and base are same or different. Let's take that these are same. Now I come to the technical term, core and base table in ServiceNow. let come here. Also, one more thing. Now you have to be remember. If you have any doubt, if you have any question, try to put in the ServiceNow community. You create your account and use the community for your question answer, and people reply back to you. Okay, so like someone asked, okay, so like someone asked here that what is the difference between base table and the core table? Why it's behaving like that? Yeah. Let me try to reload this page. Okay. So like someone give example like this. I think you already solved your question. It was also confusing for me. Then I create a document I share with you. Hope it's help for us. What he done? Let's see. So what is the base table? Very nice. Let me send this document to you for the read. Okay. We are here. What is base table in ServiceNow? If a table is extended, but itself is not extending another table. Atul gone. Who all are confused here?
I
I
understood it.
I want to be confused.
I'm trying to make sense of that.
Good. Don't worry. Don't worry. Because these are the points need to be very clear. In interview, these questions also asked. Okay, let's go English by word by word. Base table says that if a table is extended, but itself is not extending any other table. So it means we have a word here called the extended. We need to be understand that what is the meaning of extend here. Number 1 point. Core table. Table that exist in the base system are called the core table. Means a table which has been provided by ServiceNow and exists in the base of ServiceNow. It means that if you delete that table, you collapse your ServiceNow. Don't worry about this thing. I'll come to these points. Now I come to this thing. Extended table. Table can extend other table, creating parent and child. Oh my god, he actually confused me now. Okay. It means extend table means which you can extend to make your own table as a parent, and under that you can make a child table as well. Don't be confused. We will discuss this diagram one by one. And custom table. Nice, he added the custom as well. Table that are created and don't exist in the base system. So let me start the discussion from here. My father gave me a property. Atul, this is your property. I build a big shop. I purchase a big shop, which was not given by my father. Then it is a custom table for me. It is my property. It is custom property because that is not exist in my family. Nobody has a shop. I have a shop now. So that is a custom table. Custom table, when we have to be create the custom table, when we okay, let's not go in that discussion. Let me come to the here only this part. Come this side. This one. Core table says that exist in the base system are called the core table. In ServiceNow, we have a one core table. In ITSM. Now, when I say in ITSM means I'm specifically talking about the ITSM suite. If you're going to purchase ITBM, if you're going to purchase HRSD, if you're going to purchase GRC, if you're going to purchase ITOM, maybe in that area, ServiceNow also gives some core table. So core table is the one which is the parent, or which is the now there's a confusion. If I'm saying it is a base system, then why I not call it as a base table? According to me, according to Atul Grover, this table is a base table as well for me. Okay, so for us to be remembered that core tables are tables which are provided by ServiceNow and which are not extended from any other table. That is a base table. It means let's take example. My parents did not give me any property. I created my own property now. It is a core plus it is a base. Because I'm not taking any help from my father or mother that I want to buy a new property. No. So it is a base plus it is a core for me. For my children, if he want to use, for him, it become a core table or the base table as well, that my father give me this property, so it's my property now. In ServiceNow, task table is considered as a base and a core table because this table contains the minimum attribute which is required to work or to be used in the incident, problem and change table. These tables are extended tables, guys, because we are creating this table on the basis of the task table. Now you have a question. Atul, you're so smart. You experienced, you speak, we understand, not understand, we're not getting the things clear. Let me take you in ServiceNow to understand this concept, that what is extended, what is these things. Let me come here. Now I'll go here and go to the system definition and table. These things you only learn from the experience perspective. Now I'll put a table name as a, I put a percentage because I know that I am looking for only one table. Sorry, percentage should be the, this one. See, this is my core table, or you can say this is my base table. Now I click on this. It will take time to digest this thing, but this is the base. So now if you see that this table has been given by ServiceNow to me. I did not create. In any of the ServiceNow instance you pick up, either PDI, either officially, this table will be always there. If you delete this table, you are what I can say, you are destroying the tool completely. Tool will be destroyed completely. Okay, now if I go back just to show you, if you see here, extends table, extensible, both are the two different words. Extend table means that did you create this table with the help of the other table? I said no. Extensible means, are you allowing this table to use to extend any other table? So let's take example that if I build up a house, people ask me, did you take any help from your parents? That is extended one. I said no. But are you okay to support your kids or kid to make his own property by using your property? I said yes. That is extensible. That you are allowing other table to use this table to make their work done. If a simple example, if I say the topper in the class he prepare the notes without anyone help. It means he's a base, and for him extended is a false. But I prepare the document with the help of the paper given by topper with his permission. How you become the topper? That suppose I created a notes and I say, hey guys, I have a notes. If you want, take it from me. It means I'm extending my help. People ask, hey, how you created? I created by myself only. And that is it's showing blank here. And it's showing true here. Clear till this point? Anyone has any doubt, any question?
Atul, it's clear
Yes.
to this part, but the difference between the core and the base is what is confusing to me.
Okay.
And can you go back to ServiceNow, please, if you don't
Sure,
mind?
sure.
And the other task table, it looks like you can you extend these other tables, or because it looks like you can't extend them, they're all false.
Let me show you example here now. So now we see the task table, right? Let me put extend from the so these many table has been created taking task as a base. And see their extensible is false.
Because you can't extend them.
No, you can extend, but system says
Okay.
I'm not aligned to you.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
if you want, I can make it as a true.
Oh, okay. You have to decide whether it's extensible.
We have to be decided,
Okay.
correct.
Okay.
And this work has been taken care by the architect.
Okay. Okay.
Generally, when we extend, when we create any table with the help of the any of the base or code table, we generally not make as extensible. We say, boss, if you want, you can go and create your own table. You can use the existing one.
All right.
So okay, clear. So
this makes sense now.
okay, great. Now the question come where you have a confusion that what is the meaning of the base and the core?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So if you see this table, let me remove and come here. This one. I'm saying task table is my base plus core. Why? Let's go here. If a table is extended, but itself is not extending any other table, it means this table has been created by own self only. It is not extending any other table. So it become a base and core table for me. That is what I'm saying. When I was doing this research, I got number of answers where people say core table and the base table both are same. In ServiceNow are same.
That's what I'm thinking, that they're saying.
Yep. So the difference
is not a core table.
Right. So now you can see here. So the difference between base table and the core table in ServiceNow is that base table may be a core table. But it is not as if that a core table is always a base table. So like if I say like incident table is a base table for me, or I can say a core table for me, but it is not a base table because that is extending from the other tables. We have a Deepika here, sorry, Nupur here. Nupur in the call, right? If you can speak for a minute.
Yes.
Okay. So Nupur is from the ServiceNow background only. Nupur, what do you think that what is the base table and what is the core table? Maybe from your example, from your experience, can you guide us a little bit on that part?
On the base table, you mean the task table, right? So task table is
no, I don't mean the task table. That you have to be telling me that why I'm saying a task table as a base table and incident table as a core table.
basically must be because from my experience I see, because each and every thing that we go on the daily routine, like every work, it starts from the task table. For everything like user creation, then we have to go to the user table. That is anything
Paste.
like
Okay.
the SLAs and all the task SLAs, everything is comes from the task table itself.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, got the point. So now let's take this point into the consideration that a base table may be a core table. So it means task table I can consider as a base table as well and a core table as well. But it is not necessary that core table is a always a base table. So like incident is a core table for me, but it is not a base table for me. So now maybe what homework I can give it to you guys is that let me give this work to where is Kunal? Yeah, he's not joining for the last 2 or 3 days. Uh, okay, Deepika, have you done this part? Question answer part?
Yes, Atul.
Okay, you done. Okay, Detona done. Avi, take this question now. Okay, so you have to be read about the difference between base table and the code table. Okay. Anyone has any doubt till this point so that I can proceed further? Anyone? Any doubt? Any question?
Sir, I have a doubt. Like, base table is a task table, and whatever task we are performing is on the particular base table. So, I mean, how does there difference?
No. You are be getting confused. The tasks which we are performing, we are
Mhm.
performing those tasks on the different tables. For incident, we are using the incident. For change, we're using the change table. But those are extended from the core table only. Now if I show you something here, let me go. Okay, let me open this. Let me open this. Now, if you see here, I am working on the incident and I'm using the incident table here. You can see, right? I'm working on the
Yes.
change. I'm using the change request table.
Mhm.
But how this table has been created, let me go here and show you. Mhm. So now let me show you and search here. Let's search here for the. So now you can see this has been created. This table has been created from the task table only. In short, the motherhood of this table is task, not it itself. So let's take example that your father give you some property and you build something more on the top of that. So now you say that I have a total this property, but every time you remember or you know that this in this property, this much has been given by my father. Okay.
Okay.
So don't be confused now. We will create the tables now and we'll see. I'll tell you that what is the benefit of keeping this extending or not extending it.
Mhm.
Atul, I have a question. Hold
Yes,
on,
please
please.
go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, can you go to the diagram, please? Because I'm visual.
Uh, which one was checking now only or
The core table diagram, the one that you shared
let,
with
let,
us.
let me open it.
Yeah, that pretty one. Yeah, thank you.
Hmm.
So it looks like the task table is the
Mhm.
is ServiceNow is where the data is, right? That's the base.
Not data. ServiceNow give me a table structure.
Structure, yeah. Sorry,
Yes.
pardon, I'm just kind of confused. So it looks like the task is the base,
Yes.
regardless. It could be a core, but it's the base because you see it's where the table is, the orange stuff.
Right.
But in the core table, is it like the CMDB is not a base table, it's a core table. So I think
Okay.
it all
Oh,
starts
wait,
from
wait, oh,
task.
wait. No. For the CMDB, we have a CMDB as a base table. CMDB underscore CI is a base table for me, or we call that as a core table as well. Let me give you the example here. Example.
Oh, this is the most confusing part of now.
Tables in ServiceNow. I'll let me show you. If I get a list, that will be good for a quick check. Those are standard differential base table classic difference between this. Maybe you can read this. I'm looking for a list of the tables if I can get something. Okay, let use this command. He's saying that this is the link you can use. Your instances. So which are extending null is the base table for me. So these are the base table, I can say. So like you are saying that for the CMDB, where the picture gone? For the CMDB, we have CMDB underscore CI is a core table. Like for the incident change request, we have a task as a core table. For the CMDB, we have a CMDB underscore CI as a core table for us. It is given by ServiceNow. Clear here?
Well, I mean, I've always known that task is the parent of incident, problem, whatever.
Correct.
But the base table is where it's confusing. I understand the core table.
So base table you can
extend it. It's just that core, that base is really what I'm not understanding. What it means.
So let's take example, or let's take a common understanding here, because it is little tough to go on the technical part and to understand the basics on that part. So what we can say that as of now, for me, a core table is a base table.
Okay.
Let's take that part, because if we fight on that part, if we discuss on that part, we're not getting anything new in the bucket, right? So like task table is a core table for me. CMDB underscore CI is a core table for me for the CMDB perspective. Okay. Put the second question here, Avi, that need to be find out the core table and the base table list. Okay, that is the second point. Now let me take you on the task table. Okay. Now if take example, if a child take a birth, okay, when a boy or a girl take a birth, quickly we start putting our relationship with that child. Hey, he's your mama, he's your auntie, he's your uncle, he's your grandparent, he's your maternal uncle, he's your this, he's that, and all the things. Does that the newborn baby, just a half an hour or 1 hour old baby, know this thing, understand this thing? No, he don't know. But we guys are start putting the relationship on the top of that. He's your mummy, he's your father, he's your dad, he's your brother, he's your sister. It means as soon as a child take a birth, he are getting few of the attributes in it, which he's extending from the family. Like it is normal things has been taken care. When a baby born, hey, to whom he's matching? His eyes look like his mother's. His nose look like his father. His cheeks look like his sister. You start matching that part. So in the same manner, when I talk about the task table or the core, let's not take a task table, let's take a core table or the base table. I have few attributes given by ServiceNow. Let's come back to the technical part. Don't imagine your day of when you become mother or father. Okay, let's come back here. So now if you see that ServiceNow created a table called the task, and we call this as a base and the core table. ServiceNow says that when I create this table, I am giving you few kind of attributes as well that we call as a dictionary entries. It means that in this table, if you store any data, what is the active? It is true or false. What is the approval you are be taking? What is the approval set you are be taking? What is the assignment group you are be taking? Business duration you are be taking. If I let me put one more example here. So when the child take a birth, we says that okay, this is his or her first name, this is her last name. When the child grow, it start adding the attributes on it. My nature, my behavior, my hobbies, my skill set, my way of speaking, my way of talking, my way of walking, all these things. So it means, in short, if I try to conclude this point, because I don't want to be create anything overburden for you. In the task table, in the base table, you will get a few attributes which can be utilized by incident, by change, by problem, by request, by knowledge, and maybe tomorrow when I will give you the task, don't worry, now your practical work has been going to be start. I will tell you, okay guys, go and create a table to store the grocery shop things. Then you can either you can use this base table or you can create a table from the fresh. Let's take example. If I'm running a training sessions, okay, I give a form to everyone that guys please fill this form. That form contains a personal information. That form contains experience information. That form contains the time zone information. Now tomorrow, if I'm going to be start a new batch of the new technology, definitely I will be using the same form, but putting more things on the top of that. Maybe tomorrow I say, okay, guys, I'm starting a batch for the UPSC. Then maybe I will ask that, okay, what is your favorite subject? Are you in Hindi medium or the English medium? Or maybe you have some other language to be preferred. It means I'm taking this as a base and creating a new form, new table on the basis of this, plus adding my new fields on the top of that. This is the purpose of the base table, that these fields you want to use, you can use it. Any question, any doubt? Let's go step by step. Please be open for your question answer here. Yes, guys, go ahead. Any question, any doubt you have?
Hi, Atul. I
Yes,
have
go
a
ahead.
question. How do I get to know? Do I need to remember all the tables, or do I need to learn all the tables? For how do I know which is the base table for which one?
Okay.
So,
Basically, these things come from the experience only. Okay. And as you start working the service now, you are able to know these things. So like I know that, okay, if I need to be create, I'll give you one example that as per my experience, my understanding, if I need to build any new application, I try to find out that which is the best table for me to be a use. Is it a task table or I can use some other table? So like it depend on the nature of application, nature of product you are going to be build up. Let's say example that you want to build a, a small application for your home to maintain your income and the expenses. Do you think that these field will helpful for you just by taking the overview? I'm sure Deepika said, no, Atul, these are not fitting to me, my requirement. Right? It means you either need to find out some other table. Then I take example of the ITBM. In the business management, we have a tables which belong to the financial perspective as well. You will try to use that only. So these things come only from the experience and the more exploration of the tool actually. Try to see that what table contains what fields. and are these fitting in my bucket or not for the utilization or not? Clear till this point, Deepika? Sorry, I'm not saying again, Deepika. Nupur.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so this thing. Now let me. Okay, anyone has any other doubt question on this part? Deepika, Detona, Bikola, Catchy, Veer, Laura, Bhumi, Sneha, Avi, and Kane. Any single doubt, please ask.
All clear too.
Great. Okay, now let's do one thing. Let's create a table. Okay, and if you remember that I always say that I love ServiceNow because ServiceNow is the tool which I using for the last 7 to 8 years now. Give a flexibility to do your R&D as much as you want to do. Okay, now let me go ahead in the tables and we will create a new table. I show you that if you are, so now I am creating a new table. Shall I use existing table or shall I create a complete fresh table? I'll show you the both differences. Then you come to know the particular things. So before that, I give an example, more example. When I started my IT journey in 2009, I started with Accenture, and I need to be relocated from my hometown to Bangalore. Definitely non-earning hand, completely nothing in my pocket. And when I was traveling to Bangalore, my father gave me a few amount and gave me his ATM card as well. You are going in a new city, take it with you till your first salary. You can use that card. That is called the extension. That I am extending, and I say, okay, Dad, I need that part. I am extending my core table so that at least for the 1 month till my salary of the 1 month, my salary come, I should have a sufficient fund in my hand. I can stay in a proper manner. But if I'm so much, maybe I can say, I'm not say egoistic, but I'm so much determined on my power. Sorry, Dad, I'll not take anything with you. Then I'm not extending that help. So now let's go here and create a new table. Let's put batch 7. Okay. Did you notice anything new in this name field? U. What this U indicate? Anyone has any idea? Nupur, except you, because you're done the service now, so you know the answer. Anyone has any idea that what this U means and why this has been coming here?
User table.
What user table? What user table? Be strong on your answer, Ravi. If you say user, then justify that. Don't be feel ashamed. Nobody know. You know.
No, I'm not ashamed. Like it's defining the user. That's why I said you means user. That's why.
Repeat your word. Repeat your words.
I'm saying that maybe you defining the user, like it was created by the user.
Okay,
Rather than
you. Okay. 70%
Mhm.
is right. Answer 70% answer is right. Anyone else? That what does you mean?
The user tax table.
User task table. How you can say it's a task table? I did not use the task till now. Again, take example. In your total property, because we are the human being, and we know that everything which we are getting in this world, it's all the grace of our parents only. But still we always say, hey, this property created by me and this property given by my father. We never say that this is the old property given by my father or this is our property. No, we always point out that this property created by me. So when I say you here, it means ServiceNow understand that these table are the user defined table. These are the custom table. It means this table does not exist in ServiceNow. Remember the screenshot. Here. Custom table that are created and don't exist in the base system. So do you think that batch 7 exists in the system? It's not there. It means it is my requirement. I am creating a table now and putting it name as a batch 7. Okay, now what you have to be do, we just put this question. Everyone need to be create at least 4 or 5 tables with the structure batch 7 underscore your name. Kane, Bukula, Deepika, everybody should create at least 3 or 4 tables. Everyone create. Don't worry, nothing going to be happen wrong with this instance. Don't worry. We still have a second plan B. If anything goes wrong, we will reset it. So don't worry about the same. And you will find this u underscore batch. Now the question come here. Remember the example. You are traveling to your work city now. Do you want to take a help from your parents or not? If not, don't fill anything here. If you want to take a help from your parents, then let me put the task table here. Try to put any other table as well. At least create one table with extending as a task table and create another table extending some other table. So let me take a CMDB. This one. CMDB is my base table. I am extending this table for my work. So this practice you have to be do. So as of now, I'm just putting as a task table here, just for a reference here. Okay. Now it has two good things. This section is very good. Create module. It means like if I go here, so what output I'm expecting by clicking on the submit here, that an application like batch 7 should be appear here. Here should be batch 7. It is a favorite. It's not a table. Okay, maybe I can put this thing lng underscore batch 7. Okay, I want that by this name I should able to see application here, and under that I have a module with some specific name there. So like take example that I want a calculator should be come here. And under calculator, I should have a plus, minus, divide and multiplication modules available. So now what I'll do, I'll go and click. I want to create a module. Yes, I need a module as well. I'll tell you that in which cases, in which table we don't require the module. Create a mobile module, because if you want to use this table for your mobile app as well, then I'll create that as well. Add module to the menu. That here in which menu, it means like it should come under the incident, it should under the in the some other stuff. So I'll say I want to create a new menu and the menu name should be learn grow. Don't be confused. When you see the output, then we are able to correlate the things very easily. Let me click on the save here. As of now, just these things are required. Now come here. Sorry for this color contrast. Okay, we have learn grow. You can see learn, grow, and this is coming as a batch, as a module, and S has been added by ServiceNow. If you want to remove S, just click on this edit option and remove the S from the box. Okay, it's taking time.
Atul, since we
Yes.
haven't given the learn grow should come under LNG batch 7, we haven't selected that in the drop down. That's why it is showing us separate.
This one you're saying, or this one?
Yeah, both the one, because if we put in the drop down, if we have mentioned like learn grow should come under this LNG batch
No,
7.
no. This is my module, and I say that this should come under this only. Your question is reverse actually, Deepika. I guess it's yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So my point is that let me go here and create a new table. Okay. Okay, tell me what module name you want here. Let's say I want a module called the sum.
Okay. So what we give in the label is a module.
Module, correct, because it's saying that do you want to create a module or not.
Okay.
And
so what I thought is like this one which we give is application, and do we want to create a module under that?
application is there. Let me put application here.
Okay.
The menu word is representing the application name.
Application, correct. So now
Okay,
we have a
Sorry, label would be the module, and menu word will be the menu will represent the application.
correct. So now you can see calculator is my menu, and this label and name is my module.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm clear now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now what you guys have to do? At least create. Okay. At least create 2 or 3 tables and add the different module. Now you will say, Atul, shall we create a separate table again and again? No. Do one thing. We have a created table here. Scroll down. Click on this. And do we have a module here? No. Okay, I'll tell you this thing little later then. No worries. Now let me show you something here. Learn and grow. Okay. We created this table. And we extended the task table. Correct? Everyone agree on that part? Clear till this point?
Yeah.
Now let me close other these things. Let me open this. Did we created any field on this table? I did not teach you anything, right?
No, you didn't create any field. You inherited the task one.
Correct. This is the purpose of showing you the extended, that if you extend, then you are getting the default fields from the parent itself. Everybody getting his or her last name from his parents always. As soon as a child take a birth, this is Mr. X. This is Miss Y. How this is Miss X, Mr. X and Miss Y? Because they inherit that last name from their parents itself. So now let me show you that if we inherit, let go here in the table section. Tables. And search our table now. What is our table name? Is batch 7. Let me search for the batch 7. Now carefully watch. I'm using asterisk here because I know that I want to do that part. Wow, quick, nice. So now this table I created, right? Open this. And these are the columns which came from this particular table. As soon as I inherit, like when I become father, people start calling my son Mr. Grover because he's getting the last name from my name. So these are the fields I did not create. I get it from the task table. It means these fields are not actually part of this particular table. These fields are part of this table actually. It means in practically if you see that these are not, if you say active is available on which table, active is not available on batch 7 table. No, active is still a part or available in the task table, but you extended the task table for your purpose. So now you can call this as a field on your table now. But did you guys notice? Let me open this in the another window as well. Okay. This is task table. How many fields are there? 70, correct? How many fields are there?
Yes, 71.
Then what new is coming here? What new is coming here? I did not create anything new. I just extended from the task. Task has a 70 fields, but my table has a 71 field. What is new here? Think.
A field that links both the task table and the table which I created.
Which field? And why linking is required? You can see the linking here, right?
Yeah, the field would be ULN batch.
No, that is not a field. That is my table name. Don't be mixed here. Field is these things. These are table name.
Linking is required so that if I may add some record, the corresponding should be updated in both the things, both my table and the task
If
table.
I'm going in a class 1, according to you, if I'm going class 1, you want my father also should go to the class 1 now.
No. So how can I say that? So if I am creating a record, so the details in the task table and my new table should be linked so that if I check on something for that particular table, the field that that's linking like
No. There's another. The linking has been done in the background in ServiceNow. We are not worried about the same.
okay.
So again, I'll come to my same example. When a child take a birth, he get attributes from his parents, but he himself is a new entity. He is not known by that he's Atul kid. He should be known by his own name. In population census, one more person has been added with the number 10100001, which is the differs between me and my kid number. So in ServiceNow, there's a new concept I'm introducing here, and how you can see. Just scroll down and reference default. Okay, let me go to the This one. Okay, 70 fields are there, right? Just scroll down more. It will be the last only. This one. Sys ID. Every person, you have your Aadhaar card number. Maybe in US we have a security count number, right? Everyone's security number is different in family. Maybe Kane's wife, and Kane kid. Both are in one family. Both or all three are using the same last name in form filling, but they all have a separate security number. SSN number is there. Like in our India, everybody is in Aadhaar card. You're using your husband last name, but still you're not using your husband's Aadhaar card number. Your Aadhaar card number and your husband's Aadhaar card number is definitely different. So the kid who took a birth just now, he's getting all the parameters, all the attributes from his parents, but he has one identity which is different, and that is called the sys ID. Sys ID is one of the parameter in ServiceNow which is unique for each and everything. For every field, we have a sys ID. For every record, we have a sys ID. It is a 32 alphanumeric correct string is there. So you can I can show you. You can see here. This is the sys ID of this particular table. So like we have a roll number, we have an Aadhaar card number, we have a SSN number. Those are my sys ID. Those are my sys ID. And sys ID is different for everyone. It is a 32-bit, sorry, 32-bit I'm saying. It is 32 in the length. And this will be created automatically by ServiceNow if you create any new table. Either you extend, either you not extend any table. Clear point, Sneha?
Yeah, Atul.
Anyone has any doubt till this point? Anyone, any doubt, any question here? Any clarification required? Okay.
Sir, I
Go
have
ahead,
created
Avi.
a
Go ahead, Avi.
Sir, I've created a table. I am able to see it in the application and the module. However, in the table section under system definition, I'm not able to find it.
What is your table name?
Avi underscore batch 7.
Let's see here. It is there. Avi underscore batch 7. In the table.
I forgot to put the star.
Then see this is the way of searching. Okay.
Yeah, I found it. Thank
Yep.
you.
Great. Now what I will do, I'll not proceed further. Okay. I want to give you good homework. Create minimum 4 or 5 tables. 2 or 3 table with extension of any table, task, asset, ALM. Put any table here. Put any table. And see if you click on the module, what is be happening. And create one table without any extended here. And then see what happened new there. I will note down these points and put in the chat window. Okay. So that you should
Yes,
come
sir,
to
I'm
know
noting down.
that if you are creating a table without extending, what new you are be getting. There are the 6 5 or 6 attributes which will be created by ServiceNow if we are not extending a table from the any other table. What are those? We'll see in the tomorrow's class. Any doubt, any question before I stop recording here? Deepika, Bukola, Bhumi, Laura, Sneha, Steve, Kane, Avi, Nupur. Any doubt, any question? Yes, Veer. Veer, your voice is breaking actually. Okay. Fine, guys. So no other question. Let me stop the recording here then and take attendance now.